Good morning and welcome back to Coffee Break. It's time for some more social media tips.
This week we're talking about starting a blog.
If you find that you have more to say than you can typically fit on Twitter or Facebook, then you maybe want to start a blog.
And since I have written exactly 2.5 blog posts, this makes me somewhat of an expert. So you're welcome for the free advice.
A blog can be formal or informal. Typically, people have informal blogs because that's what plays really well on the internet. So you probably want to consider that. A blog can be a ton of different things.
Yeah, my old roommate had a lifestyle blog, so she would post like DIY projects and book reviews and how much she loves hockey, just any kind of thing. But I think a lot of blogs have at least one particular theme.
Right.
You know, so like books or movies or
your journey to getting published.
Yeah, that kind of
things
thing.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a first-time blogger, we would recommend checking out all the different free platforms that you can use. The biggest ones are Blogger and WordPress. Tumblr is also a free blogging platform, but it's kind of a different animal. People call it microblogging, and we're just not going to be able to get into that. So check it out if you want to, but for more traditional blogs, we're going to talk about the style of Blogger, WordPress, things like that.
Right. So if you're an author, a blog can be a really great way of enhancing your website. So having it as its own section on your website along with your biography and your books and news reviews or whatever you have on there, it can really help to draw attention and readership to your website.
If you haven't built an author website yet, here's just a little tip. If you're looking to start a blog, you can do a whole website and a blog through WordPress. WordPress will have the blog part built in, but you can also have like a home page and separate pages to make it look like a bigger website.
Nice.
So, just a little tip. If you've decided to have a blog on its own, not as part of a bigger author site, then make sure that the URL is the same as your blog's title. This is just way easier for people to find it. It's not confusing. So, for instance, if, I decide to have the URL be Ahna's awesome blog place.com.
It's a great title.
But I want to call my blog Bloggity Bloggy Blog. That's just confusing, right?
Yeah, you should absolutely have the URL and the blog title be Bloggity Blog Blog.
Right.
Yeah. So you've got your blog platform, you've got your theme, then it comes down to content. How often do you post? How long are the posts? What's your advice for that?
I'd say you should probably post at least a couple times a week. You want to have enough space between posts so that people can keep up with it, but you don't want to have so much space that people forget about you.
Right.
So yeah, a couple times a week is probably good. As for the length of blog posts, it really kind of depends on your topic, I suppose. If it's a lighter topic, 500 words is great. You're saying what you want to say, but you're not making people stick with you for a long time on just this basic idea.
You have readers already like, okay, I get it, whatever, skimming down to the end.
Right, right. But if you have a heavier topic that you really want to dig into and you know that your readers are the type that will follow you through that, 1,600 words maybe is a better area for you.
That's so specific, 1,600. Good, okay.
It's from an infographic that I will link to. So no matter the length, something that's different about blog posts from maybe books or college essays is that you want your paragraphs to be shorter. This helps people who maybe they're skimming, or even if they're not skimming, it's just easier to read with all of those breaks in there. So your paragraph should only be 2 to 3 sentences, if that.
That's a good tip. I always get that moment of dread, like when I see a big paragraph coming up, and like, do I really want to read through all of this? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, your eyes need a break, especially it's on a screen, so.
Yep. And another thing that helps break up that text are images, pictures or GIFs or links to other things. Including those within your blog post can be a great way to kind of add some variety to it.
Definitely. And as a bonus, it also then is great for linking on Pinterest, and if people are going to link it on Facebook or Twitter, those sites already have an image to choose from that will just make it look more engaging on other social media. So if you're not good at taking pictures, that's fine. There are plenty of resources online, things like Wikimedia Commons, or I just discovered Unsplash, which is pretty cool.
I've never heard of either of these things.
There are places to find like public domain stock images that you don't have to pay for. So always check on the rights of it, but Unsplash is certainly fine, and Wikimedia Commons is most often fine.
I mostly communicate through GIFs.
Through GIFs, you do.
Always.
See, can I just say that my beef with GIFs on blog posts, I love GIFs, but I hate when I'm trying to read text and there's like an animated looping image here and here.
That is a little distracting.
And it's like, I want to like see the GIF and then be able to scroll so that I can't see it while I'm reading. So
that is a good point.
If you want me
to
be one of your followers,
if you want to cater to Anna's every whim and desire, then you better not include those.
I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't want to do that, because obviously they're our fan.
Well, you don't have to tailor your blog strictly to Anna's taste. But it is a good idea to keep your audience in mind. People will often leave comments on your blog giving you feedback. It's really great if you listen to that feedback, see what gets views and responses and what doesn't, and, you know, kind of work from there to discover where you need to take your blog to get the most readers.
Maybe you'll discover through comments or commenters that have other blogs, things like that, you'll discover other content that your audience will be interested in that you may not have thought of, and you're like, hey, I can speak on that too, that totally fits with what my blog is and who I am, and I just hadn't thought of it before. So once you have your blog post written up, edited and proofread,
thank you,
very important, and then you post it, you obviously want to tell the world that you have this new blog and a new interesting post. So I wonder how you might spread the word.
I know this one. I do.
Okay.
Oh, do I get to say it?
Yes.
Oh, good. It's not rhetorical. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, all those other social media things that you were mentioning.
Yes.
Right?
So, if you have not been following along, you should go back and watch our Twitter and Facebook and general guidelines videos to give you help on those.
This is a very subtle plug there.
It's very subtle. Go watch our videos. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Coffee break, it is vloggity vloggy vlog. Welcome to the vloggity vloggy vlog show.
We are so professional. Vlogs are great for blog posts.
If you have blog like things you like to say, you should probably start a blog.
We are nailing this.